El nuevo Pro SL no tiene clavos, pero tiene un agarre increíble. Con una plancha de carbono adicional para optimizar el retorno de energía y un nuevo y moderno diseño, el zapato original de máximo rendimiento sin clavos tiene algunas ventajas importantes.
All right, we'll get started here. We'd like to welcome Will Zalatoris into the interview room here at the 2022 AT&T Byron Nelson. Will, you just come off a 9-hole Pro-Am. This is your third start here at this event. I think you've been privileged to be one of the, few players, I guess, that's played 3 different venues now in your 3 starts. TPC Las Colinas, Trinity Forest, and now here at TPC Craig Ranch. So my question would be, what's it like to come back to a venue when you've already played it at least once?
Yeah, I've played probably 35 rounds here, played NTPGA events out here. It's amazing to see. The course is in the best shape I've ever seen it in the 15 years that I've been coming out playing here. I've got a lot of great memories, obviously, from coming out to this event as a junior golfer and getting hats signed by pros walking off 18, and obviously it kind of comes full circle now that obviously I'm on the inside of the ropes and not on the outside. So it's a lot of cool memories here, and obviously the great venue. I think it's probably one of the top 3 or 4 events that fits my game, especially just with the length and the wind. And like I said, this place is as pure as I've ever seen it. So it's looking forward to a great week.
You're coming in here off a really nice season. This is your 47th start on tour, but your 14th this season. You've had 5 top 10s, a near miss at the Farmers in the playoff, including 3 top 10s coming in here, actually, just to point that out. But what you're still looking for that elusive victory. What do you feel like you need to do this week to maybe get over that line?
Yeah, I've been trending in the right direction. I've been playing some really nice golf over the last month and a half. I really have been putting nicely over the last, really going back to match play. I feel like every part of my game is really doing well, and I just have to let the wind get in the way. I've put in a lot of hard work with Josh Gregory and Troy Denton, especially over the last month and a half, and it's paid off. And just have to stay patient. Obviously, watching guys like obviously Scotty go on an absolute tear. He had to kind of wait his turn for a few years, and then once the gates open, and now it seems like every event he tees up, he's winning. So just got to keep waiting my turn, and I know I'm playing some really nice golf, and I know my best golf's only ahead of me this year.
Okay, we'll take some questions. If you have a question, just raise your hand, and we'll get you a microphone. Anybody want to start? One right in the front here, sir. You.
You mentioned this course kind of sets up well for you. Could you just kind of expand on what you like about this course and how it fits well into your game?
Yeah, obviously, for one, sleeping in my own bed always helps. But, I love the fact that obviously it's a pretty big golf course. It's pretty long. You got to, the farther you hit it, the easier this place gets. But, playing in a lot of wind is something that I'm used to, obviously living here since I was 9 years old. So, there's a lot of mid-irons into this place, which is the best part of my game, and being one of the longer drivers on tour really matches up nicely. So being able to flight it and being able to control distance is huge here, just because, even today is kind of a typical day and it's still blowing 10 to 15. And, like I said, I'm one of the longer guys out here, and, just getting off of number 9, I smoked a 3-wood from 265, and if I barely miss hit that driver, I off the tee, I can't get there. And so that just shows you that added length that I've had over the last year, but has really helped. But on top of that, the farther you hit it at this place, there's a few tee shots that I'll lift up my left heel and just absolutely hit it as hard as I can, just because it's wide. But the rough out here is no joke either. And there's a few holes that you really need to keep it in front of you, but there's some holes out here that you can just send it.
You mentioned Scotty. How much is seeing a guy who came into the year without a win and go on, how much does that kind of like fire you up, motivate you, seeing that you can kind of have a run like that?
Yeah, it kind of goes back to even on our Walker Cup team. 8 out of the 10 guys are on the PGA Tour right now, and at one point, I think 3 guys had won either on tour or on the Korn Ferry Tour, and I didn't have status anywhere. And so if anything, it was motivating because I knew I could do what they were doing. I just had to kind of keep plugging along. And so, you know, seeing what he's doing obviously is borderline Tiger-esque, obviously with the incredible golf that he's played. You know, but at the same time, you know, the part that I love so much about Scotty is he's just such a good dude, and I taste like vinegar coming out of my mouth considering the amount of golf we play together because I love him to death. But you know, it's really cool to see, and obviously playing the games at home together, and him playing well, and you know, even you know, the other day I thought I played pretty good at a little event we played here at home, shoot 66, and he comes in with 63, and it's like, good grief, man, like, you know, have an off day. But like I said, you know, he's setting the bar pretty high right now, and obviously, you know, he's kind of the guy to chase for all of us. But like I said, what he's doing is borderline Tiger-esque. It's pretty cool to see.
Question? Yeah.
What do you hope to accomplish here to kind of set you up for that second major next week?
Win. That's it.
Do you feel like it's time to get that elusive win?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You know, like I said, every part of my game has been feeling pretty good. You know, this is a great place for me. I love being here. I've got a lot of family and friends. Staying in my home, or staying, you know, my own bed helps. But you know, like I said, it's one of those where the wins just got to get in the way. And you know, if I keep playing the way I am, I know that it's going to come soon.
On the front.
Hey, Will, what was that event, 66-63?
We had a charity event called Project Shelter down here, and all the pros come in and play in it, and over at Preston Trail, and it was a pretty fun day, and it's a really cool event because there's a lot of great pros that play in it, and it's more in good fun, but you know, you come in feeling like you played pretty good, shoot 66, and you're like, come on, man, like this is a Monday, like take it easy on us for once. A couple weeks ago, yeah.
Anything further for Will? Take one from Chris.
Will, the one piece of news that came out yesterday about the LIV and the waivers being denied, I just wanted to get your reaction to it, and if you've talked to other players in the locker room, and just sort of maybe what the reaction is going around about it.
Yeah, you know, I'm on the player advisory council, so we've had a lot of talks behind closed doors about it, and I think it's great. I mean, look, if you want to do it, no one's stopping you. But what we have here is pretty good too, considering, you know, every week we're playing for a pretty great purse on pretty great golf courses, and considering the benefits that we have, you know, off the golf course on top of that, it's pretty tough to beat. And purses are only going up here, but on top of that, you know, like I said, no one's stopping anyone from doing it. But I think everyone agrees that, you know, this is the decision that came out yesterday is the best for the tour. You know, why would we, you know, you are obviously a part of this tour and the benefits that come with it, and no one's stopping you from doing it. But at the same time, you know, I thought that the decision was quite frankly, I thought that was the perfect response from the tour, because we're in a great place. The tour's in the best spot it's ever been. It's only going to get better. And, you know, why would we want to, you know, why would we encourage our players to get releases, you know, for those events when essentially, you know, we have all these sponsors that are involved, you know, with the tour and are only making it better and better. So, you know, we're trying to promote our best product possible. And if you want to be a part of this where it's only getting better and better, then, you know, you shouldn't have it both ways. You have a choice. I mean, you really do. You can go if you'd like, but, you know, it is what it is.
If there's nothing further for Will, I'll just finish up by saying, last year you were voted by your peers as the Rookie of the Year, which is a pretty special award to achieve. How satisfying was that? And more so, how satisfying is it to follow up with a really solid season?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, considering where I started off the year thinking I was going to play another year on Korn Ferry, and then was fortunate enough to get that spot in the U.S. Open and parlayed that into obviously having special temporary status out here and having a nice run. You know, it was a goal that I didn't even know that was on my radar, considering I thought I was going to be spending another year on Korn Ferry. So it's pretty special, and like I said, it all comes full circle coming back to this event, considering this is my hometown event and having all my friends and family with me.
Terrific. Well, we appreciate your time, Will, and good luck at the AT&T Byron Nelson this year.
Thanks.
Tanto jugando suelto como en competición. Tanto si se trata de un rápido 9 hoyos o de un gran 36. Tanto si juegas bajo presión o arrasando, siempre das lo mejor de ti. Nuevo Fuel de FootJoy.